Namaste. The divine in me bows before the divine in you. There was a first part to this video, and that was prana, life force, and how to use the breath as a way of managing and directing our life force. I'd like to take it to a deeper, more explicitly spiritual level. But let me just do a quick review. This life force that gives life to our body, it's intimately connected to our breath, so that when we breathe with awareness, when we direct our breath inwards and upwards, we are actually imbibing our body, our minds, and our spirits with this life force that enhances our life, gives us a sense of wellness and wholeness. But there's a deeper mystery to this prana and a deeper way to pray with this prana, that we actually have the ability to not only redirect the prana and to balance it, we have the ability with God's grace and help to divinize the prana, to imbue it with divine energy, to imbue it with divine light, to imbue it with the very Spirit of God. So I just want to talk briefly about how we do that. First of all, the importance of meditative silence. Whenever we enter into that great stillness, which is more than being quiet, it is the very stillness and silence and beingness of God. Whenever we do that, enter into the great silence, we open ourselves to deeper and deeper levels of prana, but also deeper and deeper levels of God's Spirit. It's like out of that silence arises this great spiritual energy that has the potential to merge with the prana and to enliven it with divine energy. So silence is one of the ways that we do that. Secondly, by making a decision to live our lives according to truth, beauty, and goodness, or in the words of St. Francis of Assisi, making a choice, a prayerful choice to be an instrument of God's love. When we do that, that prana is not only brought up to the upper chakras, but it opens the chakras, and then the chakras are filled with this divine energy that has the effect of divinizing the prana and divinizing us. So anytime that we decide to be that instrument of God's love and peace in the world, that prana, that life force is divinized, and there literally is a light that begins to radiate in us and through us to others in the world. Thirdly, when we pray, when we lift that life force up, when we lift that prana up, and we ask God to bless us, or we make a decision to surrender our lives to God, we make that conscious contact with God. Yogananda called it ecstatic communion with God. Again, that allows God to breathe this divine spirit, his divine spirit, that great spirit into the prana. And that has the effect of elevating our consciousness, elevating our minds and our emotions to a much higher level. We're not supposed to live as rational animals. We're supposed to live as children of God, as gods in the world, walking arm in arm with God, breathing with God. That's how we are intended to live. It is by the marriage of our prana with divine grace, with God's Spirit, that our consciousness and our lives are elevated, and we overcome maya, we overcome suffering, we overcome fear, and we live as God intended us to live, as children of freedom, of light, of love, of truth, and beauty, and goodness. So as you move through your day today, breathe with awareness. Take some moments of silence and stillness. Choose to be an instrument of love. Elevate your prana, your consciousness through prayer and surrender. And just watch how divine your life becomes. Not in a future heaven, but right here and right now. Peace. Shalom. Have a great day.